How's it going, everybody? We have a very important video today because today we're going to be talking about the upcoming Kyln Tower on January 27th, 2 weeks from now, and the Omega Red Unlock, the Phoenix Force version, and what you should or shouldn't do to prepare for this event. And let's talk recommendations right off the bat so you don't have to watch the rest of this video to understand all the reasoning. Here's the recommendation, guys. Do nothing. Just don't equip any purple ISO on the characters that it's going to tell us we have to use. Don't start theory crafting all your teams, because at the end of the day, they are tailor making this event for certain characters, and we don't know what's going to be on the notes. So we don't know what would be possible between all the different overlapping needs for the purple ISO. So don't spend anything. Just don't. With that out of the way, the recommendations: don't do anything yet. Just wait till other people figure it out for you and go from there. When I say people figure it out for you, I mean let people do the event, have those growing pains, find out the characters they leveled up that are completely useless, and avoid those pitfalls. Let's talk about why that is, okay? So for those of you who want to stick around, let's talk about it. The cell requirements and unlocking Omega Red Phoenix Force. The top strike scientists have found a way to activate the full power of Jean Grey and Hercules to help you escape. Game mode and character prerequisites, e.g. if this character has 3 or more immortal X-Men allies, will be considered fully met within Kyl's walls during the event. A lot of people took this to mean that all game mode character prerequisites are going to be active. Nightcrawler Raid, Old Man Logan War, all this, that, and the other. I have confirmation. No, it's only Jean Grey and it's only Hercules, okay? So, choose your squads based on the below traits, but keep in mind that Hercules and Jean Grey will be extremely powerful. Let's pivot for a second and go look at those two characters. And we're going to focus mostly on the passives here. Jean Grey, her special does give Safeguard to immortal X-Men characters. It cannot miss, block, or be counterattacked when she has a tank, but that's kind of whatever. On spawn, she's going to give defense up to X-Men and Avengers. She's going to do Barrier. That's every mode. In Crucible and in Raids, she will sap the starting energy of enemy special abilities by 10. Characters like Skrull can't open with special. Nightcrawler can't open with special. Odin can't open with special. There's lots of good characters that rely on their opening special that she just says, nope, not happening. Okay? She will also play Safeguard on spawn in Crucible. Then we have on offense. This is the more important thing, okay? Before Jean Grey takes a turn, no taunting. So having her on the field, even though she only has 2 allies, says no pre-taunts. And also, enemies cannot fill or reduce speed bar for themselves, allies, or enemies. Once again, a character like Super Skrull, like Nightcrawler when he does that special, if he ever does get to it, no speed bar. This is so impactful, okay? Let's go check out Hercules. In Raids, he'll apply Safeguard on spawn. Great. War offense. This is the same thing as Raids. Here's the big part, okay? In Raids or War offense, if he's got this, which they programmed it to actually work, perform the following actions. Clear all charged, and copy and clear all positive effects, excluding stealth, and copy and clear revive ones. This is so important, because what if they load these nodes up with Black Knights? Well, then it's not just that I want Hercules on the node, I want to make sure I also only have Uncanny or Mighty Avenger allies. Because I don't want to go in here with Hercules and Jean Grey and then Captain America, and then Hercules takes a turn, Jean Grey takes a turn, and then Captain America, who I just spent my purple ISO on, gets slapped by Black Knight and he's permanently dead. Gone. Zero, zilch, dead. Right? So this is really impactful on which characters they bring in. So once again, it's super best just to wait. Okay? Wait and see what other people do. And also, gains focus, and Mighty and Uncanny Avenger allies gain the focus as well. That's not in the particular game mode, so those characters are going to be landing their stuff, which is really cool. So now we talk about the trade-offs. Alright? If we are leveling up these characters, which we should go over for a second, A-Force, X-Men, Avengers, and Avengers or X-Men to Purple 3 for floors 17 through 20 to get that 4 Yellow Star Omega Red, what's the trade-off? Well, the good news is there's a lot of overlap between X-Men and Avengers for the Spotlight 2 raids. But A-Force, there's no overlap there, right? It's not Alpha Flight, it's A-Force. So there is no overlap. So Spotlight 2 raid implications. If you are not ready for Spotlight 2 and all of a sudden you start putting purple ISO 3 on your A-Force members, that is going to slow down your difficulty climb for the Spotlight raid, right? Because if you do normal difficulty, there's only ISO blue requirements. Everyone can hit that. By the time you get up to difficulty 2, it requires purple ISO 3. So, what is the big trade-off there? Well, let me tell you about the benefits of doing difficulty 2, okay? This right here is the normal difficulty. If you're doing the normal difficulty, you'll get 6,900 of the raid credits at 70%, 4,300 of the Spotlight raid orbs, 430,000 gold, 30 training T4 training ability materials, 20 of the ability orbs, 5 Crimson Gear orbs, 1,000 Armory 19 orbs, 900 Hercules diamonds, and 2 Pathogen Gray orbs total. Let's jump up to difficulty 2. Surely it's going to be worth all that investment, right? Not so much. All right, so the difference between difficulty 0 and difficulty 2 of the Spotlight is not much. We have a difference in raid credits, which is pretty substantial, but nobody doing difficulty 2 really has a need for raid credits, to be honest with you. We have a pretty sizable jump in the Spotlight raid orb, but that orb is not really modified quickly enough for people to actually be hungry for these Spotlight raid orbs. 120,000 gold per day, not that big. T4 ability materials and the ability orbs, kind of the big reward in this mode. It's the exact same thing for difficulty 0 and difficulty 2. In fact, if you cannot hit 70% on difficulty 2, you're better off sticking to lower difficulties. What about Crimson Gear? 2.5 additional Crimson orbs and 25% more of an Armory 19 orb. Not a lot. And as far as the events go for this prologue, we have Hercules Diamond Orbs, the exact same amount, and the Pathogen Gray Orb Fragments, the exact same amount. So the difference in rewards from the base difficulty to difficulty 2, at least for the prologue, we're going to have a new raid come out today, and we'll see if they actually make it worthwhile going to higher difficulties. Not really feeling it. Where the actual difference in rewards comes in is going to be in your seasonal rewards, but once again, you know, Scopely's way, they don't upgrade the reward structures in these systems quickly enough. So in the raid season rewards, it's just not that big a deal. So if your alliance doesn't care to push because these rewards are kind of meaningless, then Spotlight 2 does not take a super big priority. And honestly, I started thinking like, you know what? Kyln Tower looking like it's probably going to be the better call right now. Get a higher star Omega Red, and there's probably going to be other milestone rewards along with that Omega Red, you know, while we get through the levels, make it a little bit more worth my while, right? But there's another thing we need Purple ISO 3 for, and that is, of course, Dark Dimension 8. So let's talk about the implications for Dark Dimension 8. Well, if we have to bring in A-Force characters and X-Men Adventure characters, this, I think, would be probably my list. And once again, do not forget, okay? Just because you see I have these characters pulled up here, do nothing. Do not build up the characters I'm showing here just because you see that these are the characters I think will do best in Kyln right now, okay? Do nothing. For the love of God, do nothing. But this, I think, would be the most economical route. So I have my 3 A-Force characters. I have Corey, who hopefully you already did for Frozen Dimension if you partake in that. Miss Marvel Classic, she has heals. I don't even have her at Purple ISO 3 yet, to be honest with you. And Wasp, who I think with the lower cooldowns, chain attacks, and like a wave clear on her ultimate would probably be the 3rd best A-Force member. There's a couple questions I have about a character like Photon, who can give speed up, who has her passive, character like Medusa, who's just raw damage if you don't have her at higher star levels. I don't think she passed the mustard test. A character like Jessica Jones, who can give energy. So there's a lot of characters I'm just not sure about. These 3 I think would be the best. But then I look at, hey, how does this affect my legendary or cosmic lineup? If I don't have Odin yet, my God, I only have 3 slots left. What would this be? Omega Red, or sorry, not Omega Red. Old Man Logan, Mephisto, Super Skrull. So now I don't have Endgame Thanos. That doesn't feel good. I might have to bench Super Skrull for Endgame Thanos. I just don't love that legendary or cosmic lineup for the first clear. And then there is the non-legendary global hero section of Dark Dimension 7. Well, let me tell you, I put out a video showing these guys in Dark Dimension 8, but there's nothing like live content. So let's go into the global hero section, and let's go ahead and let's use a team similar to that. So let's use our Wasp, let's use our Beast, let's use Jean Grey. Obviously, I don't have Hercules yet, so we're not going to be able to use him. Storm, we got Storm. And I'll tell you what, I'll bring another Avenger. I'll bring Falcon in here. I don't know why Wasp is that small. I thought she only got small in battle. But you will quickly find just how atrocious, and I do mean atrocious, this is going to turn out, okay? Just going good for the stun here. Let's do some defense down on them. Couldn't stun a Sentinel, right? Because they spawn with immunities. That's not great for... That's not great right out the gate. Alright, let's get some speed bar. We'll do some extra damage here. Maybe should have done the basic. Try and get some buff clears. Let's stun... nobody? Let's stun the Panda so he doesn't get a taunt up. Oh, we pushed him, so he's going to clear it anyway. That's not fun. Here comes the taunt. And look at that. We lost our barrier. We lost about 25% life on a couple characters. Sentinel got a turn, and we're just losing people. This is, I'm glad it happened quickly, because all I wanted to show was just how horrible this sort of a team would be, especially free to play on Jean and on Hercules, if you're just core unlocking these guys. How horrible that is in Dark Dimension 8. So, is it worth stalling out your Dark Dimension 8 for the Omega Red? Well, if you didn't see my video on Omega Red, which was posted over the weekend, you should definitely go check it out. I'll leave it in the comment section, a link to it. Omega Red's busted. So, depending on how much you value Crucible, having him at 4 stars instead of 3 stars with new character stats could be really impactful. Having him at 4 stars in Crucible, he's probably going to end up on the defensive side. There, I said it. I'm not sure if there's going to be compositions with Omega Red and Phoenix that'll be able to take out Odin Illuminati or take out Mephisto teams. I'm just not sure. I'm not sold on it, right? So, I think it'll be on the defensive side. At the end of the day, you can work around having less of a defense by being better on offense. But you'll have less tools in your arsenal to work with than your opponent will, and that puts you at a big disadvantage. So if you like Crucible, I think you want to get as high as Omega Red as possible. But there's more to it than that. There's also a cascading effect, right? If I don't have a bigger Omega Red, what if the next event says you get 10,000 additional points for having your Omega Red at 4 stars instead of 3? Well, then now I'm being adversely affected again down the line for having less. Like that's the whole nature of FOMO, if you will. So you should really weigh your enjoyment of Crucible and your concern about future events if you would prefer to have a bigger Omega Red or to be closer to Odin unlocks, right? That is something that you're going to have to measure for yourself. There's another thing to worry about, which is, well, let's just be real about this. Where the hell is Juggernaut, right? Where the heck is Zombie Juggernaut? Let me go ahead and find him for a second. Where the heck is Zombie Juggernaut? It's been more than a year. Yes, he's had 2 events, but where the heck is he? His shards have been very limited, right? And so were Captain Britain, when you think about it, about 6 months after release, he had these crazy RNG events to get extra shards for him, right? There was the really, really bad campaign event where you were lucky if you spent 200 cores if you got 2 shards for him. And there was the store where it meant some people walked away big. They got 200 shards for Captain Britain, farming him from that turkey store, whatever the store was before that, every single day. Other people were lucky to get 50 shards over that 40-day period when he was in there. So the question then becomes, if I have a 4-star Omega Red, I need 130 shards for the next upgrade, right? If I'm completely free to play. In 6 months' time, when they give us another crack, or presumably 6 months-ish time, when they give us another crack at Omega Red shards, can I expect to get 130 shards from that event? Or maybe I'll get between 80 and 30. In which case, somebody who just stuck to doing the 3-star unlock, well, 6 months from now, they will catch up to you. They will be on the same field as you. They'll have a 4-star. You both will be short of the 5-star. You go from there. Alternatively, maybe you can get 330 shards, right? And then all of a sudden, You who have a 4-star Omega Red can go up to a 6-star Omega Red, whereas somebody who's at 3, they're going to go up to a 5. And the difference between a 5-star character and a 6-star character starts to mean more and more, especially when we get to stats, the new meta stats and how they scale, right? The next question we have no idea about. Hopefully we do when this blog that we were given access to early goes live today, is this Red Stars Race to 105 milestone. Get rewarded for powering up your roster with Race to 105 milestone. Score points by powering up your roster and hitting new commander levels. But we have no idea how many Red Stars are going to be possible. What if, and this is something Scopely could do, what if you have to hit level 105 to get all 4 Red Stars? Right? Because I don't see them giving away the 7 Red Stars for people that hit level 105, because there's a lot of people right now with thousands of energy ready to go. And they're going to hit level 105 very, very quick. When I say thousands, sorry, I mean hundreds of thousands of energy ready to go. So they're going to hit level 105 really quickly, because as we know, level 100 to 101 is only 44,000 experience. Very similar to past level cap increases, right? The type of people that have that much energy ready to go, the type of people that are going to hit level 105 very quickly, that's the type of person that would actually participate in an Omega Red Phoenix Force Red Star leaderboard. So I don't think they're going to be giving 7 Red Stars away for Omega Red for people that hit 105. I think it's more likely we get 4, maybe 5 Red Stars for hitting 105, right? Maybe 1 Red Star per level you go up. So if you are going to get the 4 Yellow Stars unlocked for Omega Red, but only the 3 Red Stars, that's a giant discrepancy, right? That's 15% total bonus stats you'll miss out on because you don't have that Red Star filled in, and God knows when they'll add him to the Red Star store, because they just do that whenever the heck they feel like it. So there are so many unknowns as to the actual value of pushing for that 4th Yellow Star. Because will you fill up the Red Star? When will we be able to get more shards? How many more shards will that be? So much we don't know. But once again, at the end of the day, just do nothing right now, okay? It's 2 weeks out. What your job to do right now is to hoard as much purple ISO as you possibly can. Don't spend it, okay? See if there is an economical way to get through this Kyln Tower. Maybe we only need to bite the bullet on Jean Grey. Maybe we can do Jean Grey with Storm and Old Man Logan and beat all the X-Men nodes. Who knows? Maybe if you already have Hank Pym done and Iron Man, OG Iron Man done, you'll be able to get through the Avenger nodes. We don't know. Wait until the event goes live. See how other people go through it, test it, see how it goes. Because maybe you won't have to derail your Odin adventure. Instead, you just won't progress through the spotlight as quickly as you otherwise would. Which, as we displayed, the rewards, unless they change it, kind of garbage, right? So do nothing. Hoard up, wait and see what other people do, emulate what's best for you and your roster and your enjoyment. Do you love Crucible? You probably want to go hard on this event then. Do you not care? You want Odin because you care more about Arena and getting more cores so you can unlock more shards on other characters when they come out? Then do that. But for now, nothing. Do nothing. Let me know what you guys think about what I'm saying in the comment section below. Do you think the Kyln Tower is going to be worth it for you? Do you care about the Spotlight Raid? Do you care about derailing your Odin to get Omega Red? Do you care about Omega Red to derail your Odin trail? I think it's going to be very polarizing, but I'm interested to know what you guys think in the comment section below. For now, stay happy, stay healthy, have fun. Stay tuned for a lot of great Marvel Strike Force content. And guys, I'm going to leave in the description a link to the new YouTube channel where we're covering Marvel Mystic Mayhem. So go ahead and follow that channel, please, 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 and give the game a shot, because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll go live probably about 6 months from now, so stay tuned for that. All right, later.
That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.